Okay, now we're going to be looking at problem number 10. This one we have to find the domain and range. So for the domain is talking about all of your x values. So I'm going to look at my x to find the domain. So imagine that you're a little person, you're walking along and you stop here, and where do you start to see your x appear? You start to see it happening here. And then I keep going along, and then I get a little freaked out because right here I see that there's a hole, but it's okay because it is represented there. So there is a value at -1 for x. It just jumped. So I'm going to keep walking along and I saw values, and then I stop here, and what I've highlighted is now my domain for x. So you can see that my domain goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, -4 to 1, 2, 3, +4. So I'm going to write my domain, and it's including it because it has a closed dot. So it's going to be -4 to 4. Now for my y, that's what my range is. So I'm going to do the same thing. Now I'm going to use green, and right here is where I see a value, and then I see an open hole there, so it goes up to there. So I'm going to keep going, walking along, and this is where it stops. So you can see now this is where I have values at. Right here is actually an open hole, so that part is not going to be a bracket like this. So for this part, the range would be 1, 2, 3, 4, just the number 4, and it's including that. So they use these other kinds of brackets that we haven't seen yet when it's a single number, and then you're going to do the union, and then we're starting off at 3, and the 3 is not included, and then going down to -2. And the -2 is included because it is a solid dot there. Now if you notice this, it's not in the correct order. So if you make this mistake, which is common because you're just reading from top to bottom, make sure you put this in the correct order. So the correct order would be to do -2 and start from there. So -2 to 3, open, union, and then 4. And this would be your correct answer for your range, and then your correct answer for your domain.